All right, people. Midweek report time. So yeah, a lot to talk about, a lot to preview. Because obviously we got a fight card on this weekend. The Queensbury show in the York Hall, headlined by Denzel Bentley. He normally does those on a Friday, but he's doing this one on a Saturday. Bentley is more, well, I suppose you could do that really on a Friday, but either way, it looks a decent card. We'll talk about that in a wee bit. I think we need to pick up from where we left off with the previous video I did, which was about Tyson Fury and him in a picture with a guy called Ricky Gorman looking. Now, bear in mind, in that picture he has a shirt on. He looks lean, but by his standards anyway. Tyson Fury is never going to be lean, low body, BMI, anything like that, low body fat. He's always going to be someone who struggles to get that fat off. He's never going to be lean. He's never going to be Joe Six-Pack. But by his standards, he looked lean. By his standards anyway. Now he's uploaded a picture of himself to Instagram, shirt off. And again, someone would look and they'd be like, well, he doesn't look in that good a shape. It's like, yeah, but he's never going to look at you. Has Tyson Fury in his career ever had abs or anything like that? No. But by what I've certainly contrast that to the Ngannou fight, where he just didn't, he was rocking the dad's bod. And he was really rocking the dad's bod. He looks a lot better shape here. I do wonder, because I look at him there and I'm like, okay, you've definitely trimmed some weight off. I think maybe in the 270s still. High 260s to low 270s. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he's going to come in quite as light as I was initially thinking. I was thinking maybe kind of low 260s. But he does still look heavy-ish there. So I don't mean that in a bad way, as in like he's out of shape. No. I just mean I don't think he's going to come in as light as I originally thought. So I reckon he's going to be in the 260s, high 260s, low 270s, which I guess considering the fact that, he's been ticking over pretty much since October, with maybe the odd break in between, but he's primarily been ticking over. That's probably a good thing because it means that it's unlikely that he ballooned in weight and had to lose it and maybe left some of it in the gym. So it's likely that he's going to feel actually quite strong at that weight, whatever weight he's at, because his body has just been kind of steadily at that particular weight for the last couple of months anyway. So yeah, and again, there's a before and after. Like there's him and the Ngannou. I think that's the press conference. Might be the weigh-in. I think it is the weigh-in. And yeah, Fury said, I can train for this amount of time for this guy, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he didn't take Ngannou serious. It definitely showed on fight night, and it certainly showed in the shape he was in. He's taken Usyk a lot more serious, as he rightly should. He really needs to take Usyk very serious because Usyk is dangerous. He absolutely is. And Alexander Usyk uploaded pictures of him. Now, Alexander Usyk is a consummate professional. I've never seen Alexander Usyk even remotely out of shape. And in these pics here, he looks in very good shape too. So I envision we're going to get the best of what we have left of both guys. As I've said, I don't think neither Fury nor Usyk is really in their athletic peak anymore. I mean, for Usyk, who has lived a much cleaner life than Tyson Fury, he is a little bit older. You're not going to be as good at 36, 37, I think he is, 36, 37, thereabouts. I know he's one of those two ages. You're not going to be as good at that age as you were at 28, 29, 30. It's just not going to be the case. With Tyson Fury, again, similar thing, and he's a much bigger man. And obviously he's lived a much more unhealthy lifestyle up until this point. So I don't envision either the guy being in their absolute peak, but I think we're going to get the best version of what they have left on May the 18th. And, we're about 9 days away from it. I know people are like, gee, please don't get your hopes up. I guess with this one, I've said it before, I still think it's going to happen. 100%. I guess with this one, I don't want to say I'm not looking forward to it, I am, but I'm not. With the February date, I was really like, yes, come on, let's get this. With this one, it's kind of like, all right, I'm looking forward to it, I know it's coming, but I don't want to, really get hyped. Because that February one was just like someone punched you in the chest when they announced it was getting pushed back. It was not nice, to say the least. Wasn't nice. Was not a happy camper, to say the least. I was not a happy camper when that happened. So yeah, that is Tyson Fury again. By his standards, looking in pretty good shape there, I have to say. So be interesting to see what he weighs in. I do think he's going to be heavier than I initially thought. I thought he might be a bit lighter, but at the end of the day, at this point in his career, if he came in at say 258, I'd have more worries about that than I would be if he came in 268, because I'd be thinking, oh Jesus, is he taking this weight off too quick? Is he going to be strong on fight night? Because I want to see the best version of both guys that we have anyway. May the best man win. The only thing I really don't want, and I hope and hope and hope we don't get this, is either guy winning a very controversial decision. I do not want that. We've had that before in these big fights. You know, Canelo Triple G won. You know, that fight for a lot of us was just like, yes, that's the big fight. And we get a flipping ridiculous 118-110 to Canelo scorecard. And it was a draw. It should have been a win for Triple G, let's be frank. And it's not just that it wasn't a win for Triple G. You had that. And for fans who are maybe looking at it for the first time, you're just like, what the hell? Am I not in tune with what's going on? How can one judge have it wide? And it just, I don't want that. Whoever wins, let them win, but just for the love of God, let them win legitimately. If it's a legit close decision, say Fury nicks it, but it's legit close and he nicks it, fair enough. You know, likewise with Usyk. You know, there's a difference between, you know, a fight being legit close and it going one way and you think it should go the other. But what I don't want to see is Tyson Fury, you know, he's won 8 rounds. Oh yeah, unanimous decision, Usyk the other way around. You're like, what? Or vice versa. You'd be like, oh God, no. That's what I don't want to see. So yeah, both guys looking in good shape. In terms of Frank Warren, because we're talking about one of his fighters there, Tyson Fury, we have a Queensbury card on this Saturday in the York Hall. So it's going to be headlined by Denzel Bentley. Well, how about the undercard? You know, Liam Dillon, Ryan Garner. That might actually be a good little scrap. It might actually be a real good little scrap. Archie Sharp beat Leon Woodstock. I don't know if he didn't beat Zelfa Barra. He never fought Zelfa Barra, but he beat Leon Woodstock way back when, 2018. That actually was the main event. I think it was in Leicester. Yeah, it was. And O'Hara Davis versus Jack Catterall was on the undercard. That fight ended at like after midnight. It was crazy. But he went on a bit of a run, got a big knockout win over Declan Geraghty nearly 5 years ago now. Big, devastating knockout win. Since then, he's been doing virtually nothing. I think he was WBO mandatory at one point, Archie Sharp. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think he might have been at super featherweight. Yeah, done very, very little since then. Ben Fale, Tommy Fletcher. I like Tommy Fletcher. I've seen a good few of his fights. I've been to 2 of them. I like Tommy Fletcher, trained by Mark Tibbs. Shout out to Mark Tibbs every time. Big up to him. And Denzel Bentley, Danny Dignam on the main event is the main event. Danny Dignam, I remember him in a couple of fights. I think he fought on a few Matchroom shows. If I'm not badly mistaken, it was either Matchroom or Queens. It was one or the other. And I remember never being impressed by him. Never really impressed me. I remember when he fought Yalabek Alam Kanuli. Yeah, he got. I actually thought that was longer. It was actually May 22. I actually thought that was even longer ago. And I thought that was like 2021 or something like that. Jeez. It's been less time than I thought. But yeah, never really been sold on Danny Dignam. I would imagine Denzel Bentley should win. But Bentley is someone where 1 minute he looks fantastic. He really does. He looks really good. And then you see him against, what was the guy's name? Nathan Healy. And you're just like, what the hell? What? You know, so Bentley is a bit of a hot, cold type of fighter. Sometimes he's really good. When he's on it. But yeah, other times it can be... Oh, I actually seen there. I forgot about this actually. It's only when I was on Twitter there. I see that Vasily Lomachenko, I forgot that he's fighting Kambosos this weekend. I'm actually going to bring up the card on BoxRec just to see who's on the undercard. I think Sky are showing it. Andrew Maloney. We like Andrew Maloney. His Jason Maloney obviously fought on the undercard of Inoue on Monday, which I'll talk about now in a wee bit. Here's a fighter. Hemi Inoue, I think is how you say his name. I seen his fight with Julius Long. That was on the undercard of Parker versus Junior Fa. And he looked terrible. He won it, but I think he was even down in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. I think, he was. He was dropped in that fight. He looked terrible in that fight. He's fighting Lucas Brown, who looks terrible every fight. Now, in terms of Kambosos, Ricardas Blotniks is on that card as well. Oh, interesting. He's a solid light heavyweight, fighting a guy 6-0. 6-0. Originally from Russia, now lives in New South Wales, Australia. All right. 29 years old. 6-0, 6 knockouts. Good luck to Ricardas Blotniks there. Yeah, Loma versus Kambosos. It should be Maxi Hughes in there. It shows that now. I was talking a few minutes ago about Usyk Fury in a fight, being legit close. Yeah, Kambosos Hughes wasn't close. Maxi Hughes won the fight. He got robbed. And what does he get for that? He gets fed to Williams Zepeda. What does Kambosos get? He gets a fight with Lomachenko for an IBF title. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see that. And that's why I don't like when a fighter does get robbed like that, and you're just like, you see what happens. They go and they didn't have to, but he goes and he fights Williams Zepeda, he gets annihilated, and that's probably the end of Maxi Hughes. And that happens because he lost the fight he won. Simple as. But Bob Aaron's been talking about doing Shakur versus Loma. He's obviously back out on July the 6th. And not a bad show, to be fair. Not a bad show on paper anyway. I'd love to see him versus Loma. I think prime for prime, Loma wins. But right now, I'd be making Shakur firm favourite. I think Loma may actually get a stoppage win in there this weekend against George Kambosos. I really do think that. I think he might even stop him. The WBO have now ordered Anthony Yarde versus Joshua Buatsi for the interim light heavyweight title, as Artur Beterbiev is now currently injured and Dmitry Bivol has had to have the fight postponed. Parties now have 10 days to agree a deal, then a purse bid. Now, apparently, I was watching Ade's video today and he was saying that, is it the WBO or the WBA? No, Bivol's WBA. It was one of the sanctioned bodies. It wouldn't be the WBC, because why would they? One of them is looking for proof of the injury. Now, when it comes to an injury, yeah, I really don't. If it's a legit injury, if it's an injury and it's not like, say, an illness or something like that, the fighter is ill and, this, that, and the other. If it's an injury, then yeah, I can see why. Because a lot of people, and again, I'm not going to give my 2 cents on it, but a lot of people are very suspicious about Artur Beterbiev. A lot of people are. And listen, if the injury is legit, if he still gets surgery, if all that, again, if it is a legit injury, then fair enough. But a lot of people are suspicious. So, and I wonder, is the kind of suspicious nature of the public for Beterbiev, is that filtering into the sanction bodies, basically saying, all right, you're a bit injury prone, aren't you? Just show us a bit of proof. Just show us a bit of proof. Then we're good. In terms of Buatsi versus Yarde, look, we were hearing about that fight for a while. Yarde's had those issues with Frank Warren. Don't know what the story is there. But this fight just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Maybe now that there's an interim title on the line, will that get the ball rolling on it? Will they move it forward? Will it actually get them somewhere? I don't know. I'd like to see it. I still think Anthony Yarde. I still look at Yarde and just think to myself, you probably would have been captain of that Queensbury 5v5 team going in there against Craig Richards. I just baffled as to why you wouldn't choose to go down that road. And even with Buatsi, it seems like, what is he doing? If he doesn't get the Buatsi fight, well, what does he do? And then Frank Warren is talking about doing stuff behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Yarde right now. I really don't. And me and Ade did a video, we talked about it, and Ade kind of speculated, is Yarde trying to do like the Canelo thing, where you just kind of go to networks and bid yourself out, and you say highest bidder, come get me. I was like, yeah, but that works for the likes of Devin Haney, who's a world level fighter. It works for the likes of Canelo, who's a boxing's biggest superstar. It's not really going to work for Anthony Yarde. No offense, Anthony Yarde can headline a show, but he's not a pay-per-view draw. And since he fought Beterbiev, his last 2 fights have been undercard fights, not even headlined. Yeah, this is an interesting one. So apparently, and Devin Haney is not best pleased with this, and you can kind of see his point. Ryan Garcia claims to have been acquitted due to the New York State Commission allowing allowable limit for Ostarine. Haney's team also get access to Nevada lab reports insisting Garcia was in fact over the limit in both positive tests. Apparently that he has a B sample coming forward, and that's going to be opened whenever. Yeah, look, let's see what happens. Eddie Hearn wants that ruled a disqualification win for Devin Haney. They have done that in the past. I know they did that with Badu Jack and Lucian Bute, when Lucian Bute, ironically it was Ostarine, tested positive for. So I don't know, they wouldn't do that. I don't think they might turn it to a no contest, but they wouldn't do that. But as I've said several times, with Ryan Garcia, it's not like the average fighter who fails a test that it's like, right, here's the book, catch. You know, with Ryan Garcia, it's just a case of, now, don't be doing that, and then we're all in the clear. And I know it's horrible, that's the way it is. That's the way the world is. Eddie Hearn has also said that he would love to see... Now, let's talk about Inoue. He said he'd love to see Inoue versus Bam one day. I like Bam, but oh boy, Eddie, I mean, ooh. Not right now, man. Not right now. I love Bam. Cool guy. Met him in person. But yeah. No. No way. Inoue is scary. I didn't obviously do a review of his fight on Review of the Week because it hadn't happened yet. I'm doing it now. It was, I've already talked about it at length, but it was brilliant. You know, it was a brilliant fight. It's a fight you want to go back and rewatch. Lewis Nery, in many ways, you see him leaving the arena. He redeemed himself in the eyes of the Japanese public. They seem to really appreciate the fact that he came, he gave it. He dropped Inoue for the first time in his career. I mean, he had me, you know, on the edge of my seat in that first round thinking, what am I going to watch? I was going to say, if he had got rid of Inoue in the first round, I would have said in the post-fight review that Lewis Nery is Japan's Emi Martinez. As Emi Martinez is the public enemy number 1 to France, Lewis Nery is public enemy number 1 to Japanese sport fans. Because if you don't know who Emi Martinez is, he's the Aston Villa goalkeeper, Argentinian goalkeeper who saved penalties in the World Cup final and also helped knock Lille out of it's not the Europa League they're in, it's the one below that. It just seems like that, and he showboats as well. So yeah, they really don't like him over there. But yeah, it didn't happen, but it was a great fight. Honestly, great fight. Inoue is... Actually, where is it? I was looking here on Twitter and actually seen it the other day. Because there's a lot still coming in. Oh yeah, this was it. Inoue's next fight, wait until you hear this, because obviously Turki Al-Sheikh is interested in Inoue. Of course he is, who isn't? Is reportedly possible, it's not kind of possible, but you never know, possibilities, for flipping Wembley Stadium on Joshua's undercard. And he has mentioned he'd love to fight in the UK again. He fought in Glasgow, very north. Now let's fight very south, and obviously Glasgow's in Scotland, Wembley is in London and England. Man. Because I got good news about the London move. I'll touch on it more maybe at some other point. But yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Inoue on Joshua's undercard. Joshua fighting Dubois, we'll say, just hypothetically, say he fights Dubois and Inoue on the undercard in Wembley Stadium. Like, what the F? Like, that's just... Oh man, that is yeah, that's something else, man. That's something else. Now, with all the talk of Fury Usyk, they do have a rematch clause in place, and apparently the rematch, if it goes ahead, will go ahead in October. It will go ahead in October. Turki Al-Sheikh is also talking about the possibility of doing another kind of Matchroom versus Queensberry style event, but he said what it's going to be is going to be Britain versus America. So 5 British boxers versus 5 American boxers. That could be interesting. It could be. Would they be? Obviously, they wouldn't. It's not like a Matchroom Queensberry thing. It would be kind of open to probably all of them. But I'd like that as well. Could be on the undercard of Canelo Crawford, which is being eyed for December or January, according to Turkey. You know, when you read these and you're reading about these fights and you're thinking, like, I can't believe it, like, that these fights are actually legit being talked about with a real possibility of them happening. And, you know, go back 2 years and you're thinking, if you had said to me, you know, we'd have Fury Usyk, we'd have Joshua potentially with Inoue on his undercard, Canelo Crawford, we'd have the cards we've seen, I'd be saying no. Look, I'd love to see them, but it's just not going to happen for a variety of reasons, and they're happening. It's brilliant. I think it is anyway. What's not brilliant is Charlo has got himself into a let's just say he's got himself into a spot of bother. Let's just say that a DWI in the UK to be called DUIs. Yeah, Apparently, yeah. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah. I think Charlo has had more issues with the law in the last 3 years than he's had title defenses. I don't know. It just seems to be the way with PBC fighters. I don't know what it is, you know. It just seems to be that way. That, you know, Al Heyman obviously used to be in the music business. I think he managed Beyonce at one point. And he's just kind of brought that, what do you want to call it, like self-destruct kind of behaviour that a lot of artists have, and brought it into boxing, to certainly the PBC anyway. And of course, since then, Charlo has now officially been stripped of his WBC title. It should have happened a long time ago. Carlos Adam is now upgraded to full champion. Again, should have happened a long time ago. It should not be happening now. It should have happened a long, long time ago, as far as I'm concerned. He will defend that title on the Tank Davis Frank Martin undercard, so he's finally champion. He gets to make a defense. Don King has released the poster, and it probably would have taken him about 2 minutes to type this poster, get this poster made. It's going to be in the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Moving up in the world, Don King. You've gone from whatever leisure centre you're going to get this show on into the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, which is actually quite a small venue in Florida. But it's Don King, and wait, it's Don King? Yeah, then it's not going to be good. He even has Broner versus Kobe if Broner shows up. Yeah. June 7th. Yeah. Don't think I'll be doing a live watch along for that somehow. Don't think I'm going to be as compelled to do one for that as I would be for other fights. What else do we have? Oh, I seen Joseph Parker with another video parodying The Office this time. I never took Joe Parker for one of these, you know, guys. Like, his content lately has been brilliant. I never really took him for that sort of guy, you know, thinking outside the box and doing these things. It gets people talking. It really does. I would envision he'll be on, hopefully, one of these undercards, maybe Joshua's undercard or something like that, in a decent fight, because he's earned that. Certainly has. Let's have a quick look on boxing scene before we end this video, because I think this has gone on a little bit, probably a bit longer than I originally envisioned. And I've got dinner cooking as well, and I don't want to burn the hell out of it. I like a well done chicken, but I don't want it burnt. So what else do we have? Luis Alberto Lopez lying away for Inoue at featherweight. That would be a very, very good fight, but yeah, Inoue is something. Oh no. Oh, I don't like reading these. Jazza Dickens goes home for one more run at glory. Yeah, last time I saw Jazza Dickens, he was knocked out viciously last summer in Dubai, and this was a horrific knockout. Mate, just no. Just especially a knockout like that, man. Knockout like that is just like, no, man. That's not good. Yeah, WBO call for Beterbiev to provide medical details on the injury, okay. Zilly Zhang, I underestimated Joseph Parker, but I will bomb Deontay Wilder. Well, I don't know if you underestimated Joseph Parker. I just think you didn't do enough training and you ran out of gas pretty quick. That's all it was there. You know? What else is there? Wadley versus Clark rematch, a possibility for Portman Road, which is the home stadium of Ipswich Town, which is Fabio Wadley's team. So Fraser Clark be really going into the Lions Den there. Football crowd though. That'd be good fun though. The first fight was great. Look, get the rematch done, man. Get the rematch done. Ben Shalom is finally looked into something in nearly 3 years. So make the most of it. Don't F this one up like you've done everything else. So what else is there? What else? Vasily Lomachenko, my career is almost over. It's been a good career though. It's been a great career. I've enjoyed it immense. I think that's pretty much it. So I'll leave it there, people. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. I've got 2 Fury Usyk kind of breakdown keys to victory videos coming tomorrow and Saturday. So one will go out tomorrow morning, one will go out Saturday morning. Enjoy. Stay tuned for them. For now, lads and lassies, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Peace.